Hi everyone, Lizzie Garcia here from Power Rangers Dino Fury or Power Rangers Cosmic Fury or Mike Keeper's Deadweight Wrath or Mike Keeper's Room Wrath. The long line of Green Keepers, and I am happy to say that I am one of the sundriest folks that was chosen to be the Green Keeper. Now, some folks out there might say, why did it take so long for you or the other ones to show up? Well, first off, I'll tell you why it took so long for the rest of us to show up. There was this bind with the shipping and the flying and the boating of all toys, not only toys, but food and water and healing and other things. And no one really seemed to know why. There just was. Either there wasn't enough folks to either ship it or drive it or sell it or whatever. So that's why it took so long for me to show up here on Mike Keeper's Red. And anyway, the first thing I want to say is a lot of folks like to bring up and say, aren't you the first UNSTRAIGHT Mike Keeper? Well, I didn't stop to think that I was the first Mike Keeper to be on straight, and I guess I am. And yes, my girlfriend Fern, or Frances, was short for I guess, is also going to be on a team. She's going to be the Orange Keeper. Anyway, I just want to say that being a Mike Keeper from a long line of Mike Keepers, and we're talking about 30 years or so of Mike Keepers, going from either Siobhan to Disney to Siobhan to Hasbro. And now we just got done dealing with Void Knight, which shifted out to be Void King, which shifted out to be Trevor, which shifted out to be the peak Mike Keepers, Amelia Jones' father, who, and now we're dealing with Lord Zed again, who we thought that he had supposedly been locked up by the shifting overlings who work for God and Jesus, the ones that give out the might for folks to become Mike Keepers in the behalf of God and Jesus, and well, we all know how that went. Now we're dealing with Lord Zed again. And no one really seems to know how the 30th following of the Mike Keepers, known as Dino, known as Cosmic Fury, or since those were French's borrowed words. No, Cosmic's a Hellenish borrowed word, and Fury is a Frenchish borrowed word, so the English word would be room, world. Yeah, it'd be world. It would be world, and then the other one would be wrath, world wrath. And a lot of folks out there don't really know what's going to happen. Well, we only know what's going to happen on the 39th of the 9th month when Netflix drops it. So that's the only way we'll know what's going on. So just to think of it, at least now, all we got to do now, at least now we got to get the black one. We got to get the black keeper in. We got to get the gold keeper. And once we get them, then we'll have the whole set. And I know it's more smoothly said and done. And I know that the Mike Keepers Fairway, Mike Keepers for Life, has been running at least since 2012 YL or 2012 YL or 212 YL, if you want to say that, since 1,000 is a Frenchish borrowed word. And we haven't always made a lot of films, either by uploads or lives, because we always had to get more Mike Keeper dolls, and that's why it's always been a big gap between the films. So hopefully the next time we go to Walmart or whatever, we get the golden one, and hopefully one day we get the black one. And So, sorry for clearing my throat like that. All this coughing going on. They're like Izzy, Lizzie, all of you being all the greenkeepers, and you got to come on and start coughing. Yeah, I know. So anyway, just want to talk about, being the greenkeeper, or the Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury greenkeeper, or the Deadweight Wrath, World Wrath greenkeeper, since I'm most likely keeping my cast. And that's it. And some folks out there want to ask me, how do I feel about being the first unstraight mic keeper? Well, I guess you got to start somewhere, right? I don't know if that would have happened in Siobhan's first 8 years of ownership, or Disney's 9 years of ownership, or Siobhan's next 8 years of ownership, but it's something that happened in Hasbro's 5 years of ownership. So it is what it is, Anyway, if you like this film, then follow me over here at My Keepers for Life. Watch the other film that we made when Tanya Salone, who was the Zeo, or would that be Hearst Yellow Keeper 5? I'm Izzy, I'm Izzy, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.